Good morning. Girl, let me tell you, I recently had a very very awakening kind of moment, very put things in perspective. And I just want to tell you all about it. Today is going to be a work and talk kind of day because I am about to prep some food. Aren't I always? So I'm going to set you down so that we can talk. Un momento. I recently started reading the book, You Are a Badass. And let me tell you, I am feeling like a badass. So in one of the chapters that I recently read, she was talking about the lies we tell ourselves. And it was just interesting. Let me focus on this for 1 second because no one needs to burn anything, you know? So she was talking about the lies we tell ourselves and how these lies help to form who we are, right? So it could be something like, I am terrible at love. I can't lose weight. I am stuck in a terrible job. I am always broke. So we say these things to ourselves and we say them over and over and over, and they become our truth. And this is what we say to ourselves and to the world. But what's actually happening is that we're getting something out of it. There's an exchange happening. So when we say things like, I'm terrible at love, I can't find love, every great guy out there is taken, really what we get out of that is that we don't have to try as hard, or we don't have to try at all. We hang up the dating card and the dating outfit and we just hang out at home or hang out with our girlfriends and say like, I have no interest. When really deep down we do, but we're just afraid of what that looks like. We're afraid of getting hurt, whatever. Then there's like I can't lose weight. Nothing I do works. When really deep down, what's happening is that we're making this excuse so that we can live the life that we want to live. We think we want to live. We want the freedom to eat whatever and not have to work out. And it was just a moment where I need to grab chicken. One moment.
You got to work and talk.
Okay. So really just hearing her talk about this, it was kind of like an aha moment for me, or a validating moment, because it really just brought to the surface something that has been in the back of my mind and buried way deep down for a really long time. And that thing that popped up for me was PCOS. And the reason why is because I've said this before to you, I have struggled with PCOS for over 20 years. And I reached a point a long time ago where I was just tired of fighting the good fight. I was frustrated. It felt like every doctor I went to, and there were like way too many to count, but everyone I went to was really just like, yeah, great, awesome for you and your symptoms. Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to put you on the pill and let's check back in 6 months. And also, by the way, why don't you go ahead and lose some weight? So I felt very frustrated. I felt unheard, unseen. I was just exhausted because it was just the same thing kind of happening over and over and over with all these different people. And so I reached the point a good long time ago, and I will say like 15 plus years ago, where I said, I'm done. I'm done with this whole thing, and this is just something I'm going to have to live with. What I started to understand about myself a long time ago and didn't want to fully admit is that I was using this as an excuse. By committing to this and by taking ownership of this diagnosis, this PCOS, I was saying to myself, you have full permission to do whatever the hell you want. You can eat what you want. You can eat when you want. You don't have to work out because you know what? None of it's going to work anyway. And I knew that was a lie because along the way, I have done things that have helped me. I have talked about this on the channel before. There are things that have helped. There are also things I've done that haven't really helped. But where there's the will, there's the way. You know what I mean? And so listening to this chapter of the book, it really just brought that back up for me. And it made me take a good long look at myself and say, yeah, I knew a long time ago that this was true and I was using it as a crutch. And it's something that I got to say to people. And anytime I felt like I needed to explain why I was where I was, I would just break out my little PCOS badge and say, look at this. Like I have a reason. I have a reason for doing this and feeling this way and being this way. And I set up shop really, I created this little genie cave that I decorated the way I wanted. And I had my little stories set up on the shelf next to the pretty plants and another shelf with some stories next to the beautiful lamp. And it was just, it's where I lived for a really long time until I decided that I was done. I was done with that narrative. I was done feeling sorry for myself. I was done not showing up anymore and making these excuses like over and over and over. And I decided to burn that crap down. And I am so happy that I did. I really feel like things happen when they're supposed to happen. This book came into my suggested reading list at the right time. I was in the right place to receive this information, to take it in, absorb it, and do something positive with it. And for me, I'm just listening to this and thinking, all of this resonates, right? I think when you're talking about self-help books, self-help apps, whatever it is, it generally falls into two places. It's the fluffy white clouds and lollipops that's very, you go get them, tiger, you got it. And then there's the other side that's very, what the F are you doing to change the situation that you're in? Why aren't you living your best life? That's the side that resonates with me more. I like a good foot in the butt, if you know what I mean. I like a good get the heck up and get it done, because that's what we need to do. And it's so crazy that that's what resonates with me when I have spent so much time living in a world of these excuses and these lies, these stories that I built for myself and told myself and the world. And I have to say, being on this side of it, and I'm not saying being on this side, I'm over it and I have completely overcome all of that. But I have known deep down for a really, really long time that was not a badge I wanted to carry. I didn't want to take ownership of PCOS or any other diagnosis. I didn't. I have always known and believed that my body was capable of so much. My body was capable of healing and of being phenomenal and performing at peak levels if I just gave it the things that it needed and got out of the way. And so reading this book has just kind of cemented that for me, and it's brought me back to this place, this reminder of, yes, absolutely, heck yes, you can. You have everything you need already to achieve the goals and to live the beautiful life you want. Now you just need to connect the two. What is stopping you from getting there when you're standing right here? And so in my last video, I talked about sustainable health, and the one thing that I started doing that has really been a big game changer for me. And if you haven't seen it, it's linked right here. But the real point of that was, it's just like a baby step. And for me, that one step was food prep. And it was deciding 2 days out of the week, 2 days out of every single week, I am going to prep food. And that way I don't have to cook every night. I don't have to wonder what my energy level is going to be like on that day. And oh my gosh, I haven't cooked. I have to cook tonight. And I didn't sleep the last 2 nights and I'm so tired. I'm so burned out. Let's just order food again. And it's that type of stuff where I needed to look at this. I needed to recognize what was happening, what was keeping me from achieving my goals, my health and wellness goals. And that was definitely one of them. Eating out too much, having food delivered. And yeah, while I could certainly order a salad, a bunch of greens, some protein, none of it is going to be as clean as if I make it at home or when I make it at home, because I know exactly what's going in it. Just as an example, but I liked making that video because it was just a reminder that baby steps, one little step can be a huge catalyst in the change that you want to see, the change you want to achieve. I am very sorry for all of this noise right here, but I gotta work and sock. So same with this, and listening to this book or reading this book and taking in this information is I can more and more, I see clearly where I want to be, and more the path between where I am and the future over there is becoming clearer and clearer. And it's not about these enormous, elaborate plans, but it is about these small steps that do form this foundation. And so the purpose of this is really just to ask you, where is it that you want to be and why aren't you there already? What is stopping you from getting there? And I know a lot of things happen. Life can be crazy. But are you clinging to excuses? I am too tired. I am too busy. I am a busy parent. I don't have money. Healthy food tastes disgusting. It hurts when I work out. How do we overcome these things? How do we do that? What's like one small step we can take? If working out seems like it's overwhelming, can you commit to just sitting on your couch and doing 5 bicep curls just with your body weight on each arm for a week? Can you do that? Can you commit to just, instead of picking up a bag of chips, can you pick up a bag of grapes or a container of blueberries or strawberries? One little step can mean the difference between you today and you over there in the future. And that future could be tomorrow. It could be a week from now. It could be a month, a year, whatever that is. But none of it happens in one giant step. None of it happens overnight. It definitely takes work. It takes commitment. But what are you willing to do? Because really, we have but so much time here. And I know that I finally reached the point where I was tired of feeling tired. I was tired of feeling just down and not showing up for myself. I was tired of making all these excuses. And one of the biggest motivators for me was watching my beautiful, delicious husband transform right before my eyes, where he said, I am going to make my health and wellness the priority, not my job. And he did. And I was like, wait, you can do that? Are you allowed to do that? And the answer is yes. The answer is absolutely yes. And I'm so proud of him, but he absolutely motivated me to check myself and my emotions and my mindset and say, listen, you need to sink or swim here because life is passing you by. And what do you have to show for it? What? So that is all I'm asking of you right now is, what is holding you back? Where is it that you want to be? And what do you want to leave behind? What is your legacy? Is it that you busted your butt and you worked hard and you achieved your goals? Or is it that you just kicked back and decided to throw in the towel? So whatever it is, just know, like, a little baby step, a little change can mean the difference between you where you are and you achieving everything and having the most beautiful, magnificent life. So just something to think about. I am always rooting for you. I always encourage you to work hard and do the best you can for your beautiful body. And I know it's not always easy. I know it's not easy, but I don't know that it's supposed to be easy. I really don't. I know that it's a journey, and these things teach us something about ourselves. It teaches us a lot about a lot. But all of that said, I'm always rooting for you. I am always encouraging you to be your absolute best. But I can't want it for you more than you want it for you, So just think about what you can change, where you want to be and where you are right now, and what little action you can take today that's going to get you there, because what you do today is absolutely going to influence where you are tomorrow. That's just true. If today you decide you're going to eat out and you're going to eat your body weight and popcorn and, pizza and drink a pool worth of soda, then I promise you're going to pay for that tomorrow. But, it's all about these choices and these little steps. So I am just rooting for you, my friend. I am encouraging you to do the best that you can and to figure out where it is you want to be. What does your dream life look like? And how do you get there? What little step can you take right now to start building that foundation? So with that, I really hope that you enjoyed this TED Talk and that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. You subscribe and you click that notification bell, because all that really supports my channel and it means the world to me. I will see you next time. Mwah.
I keep pushing myself now.